Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Timmy Johnson, and you're listening to MMA Latest News.com.
It's time to roll, baby.
Yes, everyone, what's going on? My name is Stephen Alson, and this is MMA Latest. Can we transfer to the screen? That's got our logo over there, please. The main live. There we go. As you'll see, this is brought to you by the good folks at Betting Pro. If you'd like to check out the description, if you want to know the place to go for all of your betting odds, all of your betting tips, Betting Pro is the place to go for that. It's totally free. It's just a website where you can go and you can get expert advice on who to be looking at. And look, I don't know about tennis, but sometimes when a big tennis game's on, maybe I want to get involved. This is the place where all the experts are going to bring you that. So hit the link in the description and go and check out some of those guys. Make sure you're over 18 and all that good stuff as well while you're doing it. But here we are. We are here for UFC 246. We have just watched, well, the first round, I guess, of Underlining Green. And, well...
It was a hug. It was one big
Green's
round
lucky
of
to be
a hug.
breathing.
Start of the second round here now.
So right, round
straight
two is starting. Underlining Green, absolute monsters on display.
Whoa.
Swinging for the fences, the pair of them.
The size of Green.
Tell you what,
Green's an absolute freak show, isn't it?
It's not
big man, isn't
Obviously,
it?
we're here right the way through till Conor McGregor makes his way back into the octagon. We've got Holm and Pennington in between. I don't think they're going to need the judges in this one. This one is just wild. At the
They'll
moment.
be wrecked by the third round.
Let us know what
Yeah, I
you
know.
think. Bang all your comments in the description, in the all the rest of it. Let us know. Give us any questions for the lads. I'm joined by Quilter.
Excellent.
Very well done. Very well done. That's the best, yeah.
I've got
Good, yeah.
Kieran, who isn't Irish.
Want to be
Neutral.
Irish.
How he likes to talk. And I've got Ilya as well. So thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe if this is your first time watching us. And we're just going to be talking to and reacting to the fights. So let's get into it.
There's 4 minutes left in this round and it looks like they're wrecked already.
I don't know whether he's trying to hold him or he's actually just fell there.
It's probably a nice little breather for him. Let's face it. But we were saying before that maybe on paper this hasn't been the biggest, it's not going to blow you away, but the fights have been pretty good. There's a lot of finishes and stuff like that. Just the right amount.
Tried to have a nap while we've been here, so I'm alive for us covering the Liverpool game.
Oh, God.
I'm going to struggle for both, but I am going to try and be here for that one as well. And I've missed a couple of them, but the one that I did manage to see, Miller. And what's the Russian guy's name?
What on
You
this?
mean Elliot and Askarov?
Elliot and
sorry.
Askarov. Elliot and Askarov.
Are you sure you've had no sleep?
That's what he dreamt about.
Joe, and that was a fight I watched.
That was a good fight.
Scrap and a half, that one.
Scrap was just saying, do you think that's going to win fight of the night bonus, or is it just going to be Conor for turning up and Dana will be like,
Yeah, imagine. Oh, because he needs the 50k bonus. That's probably
Pocket money.
Yeah, it's pocket money. Oh, here we go. Olynyk on top again. This is kind of. It's mad how we can choke people out like this.
This is his bread and butter
Yeah,
right here.
Green is. He
Hands
looks
ar-
tired though.
Hands around your neck. It's just his bread and butter. It doesn't matter how tired he is.
His fitness for 42, though.
Oh,
It's not starting it.
He's got how many fights? Like over 60?
70. He's 57 and 13. I think is his record,
Nuts.
which is verging on just
At 42.
at 42.
that's fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
There's like
Green's so big though. Because you got to think when Green's trying to get up, he's fighting against gravity and everything here.
It's a big fight for him on a big card. Like maybe a bit too much too soon.
Green's got the type
Oh no, he's got.
Gompa Nakamura.
No, he's not going to submit
No way.
Olynyk.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Well, if he can hook that bottom leg, he could. He needs to just hook that bottom leg. Has he got painted toenails?
Could be tape.
Oh, don't.
No, he's lost it, yeah.
If he can submit Olynyk, then that's like performance night bonus straight
Oh,
up.
100%, yeah. 100%.
Jared Martin in the comments saying Conor for the win. More watching on Facebook than we have on YouTube in a minute.
Shout out to the Facebook massive.
What's happening, everybody on Facebook? Thanks for joining us. Shout out, please, says Jeff Poy. Well, we don't do that. What's the story with Fernandez? Come on, son. Watching UFC. Come on, Conor, says Mark.
You were all saying before you think it's going to be Conor pretty straightforward. I think it's going to be a bit more. Oh, he's going for the armbar here. Oh,
He's going to get better.
I think it's going to be a difficult fight.
I think it will as well.
He's been out of the ring for a year, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And
Cowboy doesn't go down very easily at all, ever.
And I don't think I've ever really
unless
seen
unless it's a big occasion, and he does tend to bottle it sometimes,
I'm
like he did against RDA.
Has Conor ever been kicked in the face?
That's a good. I don't think he's been
Kicked in the face. Not sure. Probably is in his
no,
early
it
career.
was,
That's
I
Oh,
was
it.
watching
Just give a
highlights
moment to
earlier.
appreciate this.
oh,
The highlights I was watching earlier, there was people that were... Who was it? Yeah, he's been kicked.
oh, he tapped. Tap. Yeah.
Who
Wow.
tapped?
Green taps.
I don't know what he had.
Well
there.
done.
Just give him a
Green.
slap in the ass.
I told you, it's just like a wrestling match in the front room with his kid.
Oh,
Well done, kid.
he's
Good
kicking.
effort.
You can have your tea now.
He's kicking himself now.
Where are the Irish boys from? Well, there's only one of them that's
Ireland.
Irish. So, one of them's from Ireland, the other one's from fucking Russia. So,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
like-
repping the Russian.
He's a plastic
massive.
paddy, this lad.
Whatever the situation, the accent helps with. It always helps over
They
here.
should be able to guess me from the accent.
I always get called a D4 head on this. You probably
Actually,
don't
that's
know
fairly
that.
accurate.
No, I'm not D4, man. No way. You've not.
You have that kind of a small bit of a posh Dublin accent
No,
going on.
I do not. My mother's from Cabra, I'll have you
My
know.
mother.
My mother's from Cabra, I'll have you know. There's
If you
nothing
were-
posh about me.
If you were a dub, you'd say you're man.
I am, man. Oh, God almighty. No, I enunciate, you see.
So there we go. We are now only, well, 2 fights away, really.
Two
Well,
fights away.
One fight away from McGregor.
Holm Pennington, which is kind of gone under the radar.
Oh,
It'd be an
it's a good
interesting.
scrap.
It's a
Good scrap.
clash in styles, kickboxer and wrestler.
But you're like, you know, if you're a female fighter at all at the moment,
His arm's
What
the
are you
size of a
doing?
leg.
Yeah,
there,
there's nothing really. Nunes and Shevchenko are so dominant.
yeah, I mean, what are you doing? Like, are you gonna beat Nunes? Are you?
Is Nunes still the 145
yeah.
champion?
She is, yeah.
Oh,
she's
God.
still two-way champ.
She's the only current one, as Uncle Chael was saying, that could go champ.
What, 125?
Yeah, I mean, she's not going to, but she is
Oh,
technically the only one who could do it.
She does.
But she's
Somebody
beaten
else was
Shevchenko
told.
before, so yeah, she could. But
Controversially,
don't think she could
I'd say,
make-
though.
No.
Controversially, the second time, or even yeah, it definitely was.
Down in the
controversial, I
comments,
think.
he's saying, "I'm going Cowboy." Right, anybody that's going Cowboy,
I'm interested then.
can I get your reasons for it, please? Because I see this as quite a straightforward victory for Conor.
That's all.
Why not?
Have we
Just
had
because
3
basically-
submission wins in the main card so far? All finishes.
Pettis,
Yeah, Pettis. Oh,
Pettis.
yeah, those who were asking Pettis.
yeah, Kelleher, and so 3 submissions.
3 submission finishes.
Is that
It's
a
a
bit
good
of an
start.
omen? Is that a bit of an omen for
Absolutely
tonight? Oh, yeah, I don't know, man.
Guaranteed that
Hot
you're not
take,
seeing a
McGregor.
submission in the-
I don't know. Connor and submissions haven't really gone hand in hand the last few
Oh, if
fights.
he gets submission
If
now.
Cowboy's thinking of a game plan, I think trying to
Yeah?
look to sub him would be an excellent game plan for him, but I don't think he's going to.
Be interesting to see how Conor actually fights, like, because in the past he's been fighting for his money, his millions.
Yeah.
Now that he's got that, now that he's got the wealth, now that he's got the fame, will it, affect him in that kind
Yeah.
of way?
He's
Will
not
he
chasing
be-
a belt
yeah,
either.
Exactly. So, will he be as interested as he's still got that grit?
He says he wants. He
I-
said he is
I've
chasing
been-
the belt, though.
I've been impressed. Yeah, he's chasing the boxing belts, and apparently so. But
Right, what's more ridiculous? I mean, it's both ridiculous. But Conor trying to fight Pacquiao, or Khabib trying to fight Mayweather.
oh, Khabib
Khabib
fighting
Mayweather.
Mayweather is just like
That's-
it just doesn't make any sense. Like it just doesn't. Just why?
Yeah,
I wouldn't even be interested in buying that and seeing that.
No, because at least with Conor and Mayweather, he was like, well, he is a striker,
Yeah.
and what he has got going on his side is physicality and age. Pedigree's obviously nowhere near, but he could catch him because he
Yeah.
is an elite striker. With Khabib, you're like, hang on. The argument for it is, well, I put Conor down, you didn't. Oh, okay, but there was no threat of an elite wrestler that was going to put Conor on his ass for how long with Mayweather. That's why, Conor can fight you, because it's more two-dimensional. Khabib's threat of a wrestle leveled down Conor's striking ability because he's fucking worried about it, and rightly so. You should be worried about it, or you're not paying attention. But Khabib's striking ability when you remove the threat of wrestling, it's pretty fucking basic and ordinary, isn't it? Let's be honest with ourselves.
He dropped Conor.
You did. You did, man.
Because of the threat. Of
True,
the
yeah,
takedown.
no, it is.
You remove the. Right, if Conor and Khabib is a K1 match,
Ludicrous.
if Conor and Khabib is a K1 match, how's that going down?
I mean,
It goes almost the complete opposite of the MMA match, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, but probably go the distance, I think. I think Khabib's as tough as they come.
yeah.
I don't think you can...
I don't think he's as one-dimensional as a lot of people like to make out. I still think he's pretty... I mean, he did drop Conor, to be fair. Tommy Chong on the camera there. We all know what he's thinking.
There's some serious celebrities here.
Well, Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Oh, my God, there he is. Look how cheesy and great
He's got all
he
his
looks.
kids with him.
He's creating a football team, him.
Oh, my God. Donald.
Cowboy's going to take it, but it won't be a KO. It'll come down to the refs, I mean judges, but yeah.
Conor doesn't often go 5 rounds.
We've seen him go 5 rounds at 170
We
though.
have.
Size, experience, feet. Cowboy says Harry Hammer.
Feet.
Interesting. Ring rust may get the best of him. I'm not sure about that. I think Conor can have a lot of time off and still come back and look decent.
He didn't look bad against Khabib. He's I think the only person to, I think, have actually taken a round off Khabib, like, objectively. Like, all the judges scored a round to Conor in the Khabib fight, I think.
What's happened to the stream?
Oh, the stream's gone in, well.
Do you know what? This is an absolute piss take because it's a legal stream as well.
Is this the first time it's been they've done a
No, we
box
were
office events?
The John Jones one wasn't it?
This,
that was
this video is currently unavailable.
This is definitely just a problem with
Sound, lads.
LBT, I'd say. Cheers, lads.
Appreciate that.
It's half.
It used to
forward.
be free.
Yeah.
Well, what now is pay per view? They used to be free in Ireland. They used to get BT free as well. Like
Yeah,
the broadband
yeah,
package,
you
it
used
was
to get-
class.
That was up until like 2016 or something like that.
No, it was more recent than that. Yeah,
I
it was only
remember-
about last year, maybe 2018.
What? I had like UPC in Ireland or whatever. I don't know if they're still a thing.
UPC, I think they are. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Righty then.
I haven't got a clue what
Who you guys got in the Holly Holm fight? Says Jacob.
Do you want to start? What are you thinking?
Holly Holm knockout.
Oh, I think
Head kick.
Head kick, yeah.
I think we've been spoiled with a few finishes. I'm saying Pennington by decision. She's going to just hug her, take her down, keep her pinned down for the fight. That's my opinion anyway.
No, I'm gonna go with Holly Holm. I'm gonna say finish as well.
I might as well go tap out then, Anna.
Mix it up a bit.
Just go with the trend of the card
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah, the way it has gone, yeah. Christ. Give us a like if you're new. I keep getting your questions in, and we'll see what the crack is. Did everybody manage to check out the podcast we did on Friday with Crawler, where Crawler basically said he was coming and fighting MMA?
Did he actually? Did he?
No, we absolutely fucking stitched him up. But he has been doing jiu-jitsu.
Is he competing?
Well, we was trying to say to him, I think there's obviously a fire still burning. He said he's taking a piss out of, I don't know if he said this on or off air, but he said he's having a bit of a wind up with Joe Gallagher, like. And he goes, he was in the pod Southpaw, and he was like, Joe, I think I'm going to come back Southpaw. And Joe's like, you can fuck off. I said, you need to keep going in and winding him up with shit. So I think there's obviously some desire to still be in the gym. I mean, he's put 5 pound on since he retired, which ain't bad.
No. How long's he been retired for?
6 months, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's not too bad.
No,
to be
it's
fair.
not
bad,
November,
like.
wasn't it? It's November, wasn't it?
And he's probably still in great shape as well.
He's probably still training. That
He is still training. He's still, he's still doing mitts and stuff with everybody. So he's still in the gym every single day. I think he's always had a bit of a respect for mixed martial arts and especially for grappling and stuff. And he got bollocking. I said, if you've not seen the podcast, it's well worth a check out. Just for, I mean, there's
funny.
the full story about
A lot of good stories, yeah.
How he nearly lost his world title fight, his first world title fight. But there's also, he's talking about he turned up at a jiu-jitsu class, and obviously Anthony Crawler turns up at any sort of class. People want to take pictures, and people put it online, and fucking Joe Gallagher was phoning up like, fuck are you doing? It was like, what, I just came down. So, I think if he was doing that prior to, I think it was a Loma fight, that was. If he's going down doing stuff like that prior to Lomachenko, there's a clear desire to see what this is all about. And we were saying to me and Brendan were saying to him, like, why don't you get yourself in a grappling tournament?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be class, that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like, we was almost fucking baiting him into saying, yeah, I'll do a bit of MMA, really. Because he was like, I'm 33, on you, how old is that? Is that old or what? And he was like, what do you mean, man, I didn't start till like 28 or something. And he's like, yeah. So obviously his hands are going to be all right. No, I don't want to see him take any more digs, to be honest.
No.
But a grappling tournament, I'd be fucking all about it if we could see Crawler in a grappling tournament.
It's not like a lot of physical strain on the body. In fact, jiu-jitsu probably would prolong a lot of.
Not just that, like, yeah, he can do that till he's
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah, you
And
could.
you can compete in it as well,
Yeah.
for all ages. They have masters tournaments for them and all, don't they?
You know, I think you'd fucking love it, to be honest.
New challenge.
Competitive edge.
Get yourself down a snake pit and get your fucking head twisted off. You'll be right off.
That story when he's chasing them burglars is brilliant.
Yeah.
That's funny. That it's the way he tells the story though.
Oh, he's a great storyteller, isn't he, as well?
Yeah.
And that's, I'm so glad that we've got him fucking in our lives, and me and Bren both know him fairly well, and just fucking ball busting him is fucking great. He was a great guest to have on
Look
Friday.
at that card.
It's
That's a cracking card right there.
Jules Reyes is a good card, yeah.
Valentina
Where is that?
Shevchenko and Kaden
Where is it? Do
Again.
you know where it is?
No clue. Should know, actually. Can't think of it. Justin Taffa. Jeez, he's high up in the card for after losing his last fight. Pretty sure he lost, didn't he?
Heavyweight, so isn't it?
Wow, that card looks somehow
Like we've just
even
seen,
worse than
heavyweights
this
just
one.
get fucking thrown in the mix. Floating Man saying, don't think Khabib will accept what? There's always just I think he's talking about the Conor rematch. Has anyone got any desire to see that after one fucking dance with Cowboy?
I'd be more interested in the build-up rather than the fight itself.
What has he demonstrated that he's able to do different? For me, he's got to go and have, I'd almost say just another random fucking Dagestani. Show me you can actually fucking deal with that to prove that you beat Cowboy. And what did we learn? That you could beat Cowboy. So fucking what? I need to see that I need to see you against someone with one of the fucking Dagestani beard that's just going to come out with an unpronounceable name and put you on your ass. And if you can get through that, then there might be some interest in seeing you fight Khabib. Otherwise, we've not learned anything, have we?
No,
Who
that's the
would you
thing.
like to see fight Khabib?
Well, he's already going to fight Ferguson, so if you're looking
just get
past
past that
Ferguson,
Do you know
that's
what?
it though.
I think the best thing that could happen for Conor is Tony wins. Because Tony Conor is a great fight. And I think
true.
there's no reason to not see that. And then you can see Khabib rematch. And it might end up being that it just rolls like that.
The thing with the Khabib rematch is, well, it's all about if they both win. If they both win and you can set that up, it's like he's a different person then. Because he's already said that he wasn't motivated. He wasn't as motivated. His kind of training was a bit different. He seems to be different now. If that all checks out now, then it could be.
But I still don't think you get that proven with Cowboy.
Not with one fight, no.
Well, you prove that different game plan. He said the game plan may have been wrong in the last fight with Khabib.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, what other game plan have you got really for Khabib?
Well, he was much more on the back foot. It looked like he seemed to be a bit more tentative last time and be more aware of Khabib taking him down. He's trying to stop that, and now he's he might be actually looking to strike a bit more and be a bit more aggressive with him. It's hard to know, but
It's difficult to stop Khabib taking you down, though.
Yeah, it's a slow death, isn't it? That's what everyone who fights him says. It's worse than getting knocked out because it just slowly breaks you down, not just physically but mentally as well.
Since the last time I was on a watch along, I got over to the IMAF World Championships in Bahrain, which again, absolute fucking treat. And the level is terrifying, honestly.
Yeah.
Amateur MMA level. In 10 years, it was literally like, oh, you've been in the gym for 3 months, let's have an amateur fight.
Yeah.
What are you fighting? I don't know, just some fucking random cunt. Whereas now it seems like, you've got the likes of Mohamed Mokaev, who obviously won gold again.
Number one in the world.
Britain, pound for pound number one, 21-0 amateur, and this fucker would have been. He would have been the champion of every shitty little organisation around Manchester, all of them. 10 years ago. Absolutely cleaning up, and he'd have been looking at the likes of Barber and Cage Warriors and stuff like that, probably a dozen fights deep. Now, he's 21-0, he's an amateur, and he's got no intention currently of going professional.
Why?
Building up the record. He's 19.
Yeah, that is quite
true. He is 19.
But
look at what James Gallagher's doing. James Gallagher was pretty sure he was undefeated as an amateur as well. Goes into the pro game and just tears shop and just makes, like, how young is he, and he's making massive money. He's selling out the 3 Arena and he's 22, I think he's 22, yeah.
I would say
I'd be looking to do that.
Don't worry about the cash that Mock's making. He might be amateur in terms of his purses.
Yeah, but
he's very well sponsored. Don't worry about that.
I can imagine he is, yeah.
People, he was telling me as well, he's got a lot of people high up in all levels of all organisations of MMA, hitting him up and saying, what are you doing, what are you thinking about? So he's gonna go places. Like, let's call it like it is.
I think it's a smart move though for a 19-year-old to get his craft before he goes.
100%.
I think it's very sensible of him, that, to be honest.
You forget that
a lot of people are rushing for the money, won't they, and for the fame and stuff like that. So I hope it works out for him.
It's rare you see an amateur in MMA have so much experience.
Yeah,
because they usually have a few fights.
He's like 6-1, 4-1, 5-1.
Used to be. With IMAF now, it's becoming very, very, very. You're seeing the champions at amateur level, 20, 25 fights. That's very common.
The Russians is a Kazakhstan as well, and there's a few from the USA as well, and all of them are kind of building up a fair amount of fights. They're not turning pro. They're just kind of seeing out time. There's that lad from Japan as well. He's got a heap of fights.
Yeah,
Rayo.
Yeah, him. He's class.
He fought Mo twice, didn't he? In 3 times in Bahrain.
Well, no, not in Bahrain. It's the 3rd time they've met. That fucker's waking up in the middle of the night screaming his name. Because he is class. He's all class. Yeah. And then, Mokaev gets a hold of him and you're just like, right, well, all right, that's that then. Raquel Pennington is currently walking out to the cage, if you're wondering where we're up to in terms of the running order of these fights. But yeah, I mean, some unbelievable fighters. Michelle Montague was one that really stood out. Lightweight from New Zealand. Absolute fucking animal. Basically, all of the rest of the card was... There's another female fighter that blew me away as well, which was... I can't remember her name, but she was a Kazakh. She was a fucking ninja.
Was that the girl who knocks someone out with a head kick?
Yes.
I saw that there.
As well.
And she was doing stuff like kicking people 3 times in the chest in one move and not taking a foot down. It was just like... It was like
Shevchenko style.
Oh, she was outrageous. She was so good. And then basically every other final was Russia versus Russia or Kazakhstan versus Russia and Kazakhstan versus Kazakhstan. It was insane.
It's mad.
So people have got to get some way of dealing with that. What would you call it? That sort of like Dagestani Dagestan and Kazakhstan is such a close area to each other. The styles of fighting are not identical, but very, very similar. Yeah. And someone's got to figure out. As well. Yeah, someone's got to figure out how the fuck you deal with that style of fighting.
Holm, does she look?
I was going to ask Amara to that one name just to watch the fight for like an hour. Just go get away.
I love when Holly Holm fights how giddy and excited she is.
It's like
once she gets into the cage, just watch how pacing she's gonna be just pacing up and down, well excited and giddy.
Okay.
She's pumped. Second highest takedown, that says a lot. Second highest takedown defense in UFC bantamweight history, and she's going I don't see her getting taken down very easily, and I can see her absolutely wrecking shop on the feet.
That's it. If she can't take her down, now what? You're going to try and strike her?
Good luck.
Yeah, good fucking luck with that.
World champion boxer, former UFC champion. Nah.
That's the first one on this card that's just walked straight over, got Vaseline up, and then straight in.
Yeah, no messing about.
Yeah.
She's straight in.
But she's got to do about 4 mile now. Just watch. Look, she is so excitable in the corner. I fucking love it. I don't know what she's saying to herself in her head here, but every fight that you see with her, she's so giddy with it, isn't she? I mean, she doesn't stop. But then she fights with this level of intensity as well.
Oh, she's class.
It makes me uneasy when girls can fight. It does. It gives you that scary feeling. It's like, wash the pots. Right, yeah, no worries.
Benny's saying rooting for Cowboy. Kyle, the biggest thing is the obvious weight difference. Conor isn't completely used to the weight class. In that itself is a downer for him. I got Conor on this, but Cowboy wants to stand up. I mean, how many fights has Cowboy had now at welterweight?
He had 2 or 3, did he?
Yeah, exactly.
I think he had many.
So technically,
what,
Conor's already had 2. It's not much difference between the 2. But anyway, here we go. Tail of the tape time. It's Holm. It's Pennington. You're talking records not too dissimilar, to be honest. They both had defeats. They've both had a lot of victories. I see the class really going to Holly Holm on this one. If Raquel can't take her down, I'm not sure how she wins this, to be honest with you. There we go. Bruce Buffer is doing the introductions. And we'll be underway very soon. Oh, it's a phenomenal jacket, isn't it? It's a pure Bruce Buffer jacket.
It matches Holly's energy in that ring as well. He's announcing him that he runs over.
Imagine his wardrobe, the amount of jackets.
He must donate them or something. He can't have kept them. He's had one a week for the last 20-something years.
He's going to need like a storage unit to hold all those things.
Yeah, man. Floating man, if Conor could beat Khabib's cousin, Makhachev, then only then would I get interested in a Khabib rematch. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. Like, yeah, you've got to show me you can do something here. You can't just be like, I want a rematch. Why?
Makhachev's so low. He's a bit lower. He's a bit lower down. You know,
but it's still that same. Like, if he's coming at him with that sort of pressure,
yeah.
Come on, yeah, you're not. You got to tell me. You got to do more than that, like.
But he's not Khabib.
No, he's not Khabib.
Showing you can deal with another fighter from Dagestan doesn't mean you're even going to be close to being able to deal with Khabib.
He's definitely one person I'd never want to hug off.
I completely forgot this fight actually happened already, didn't it? Like, this is the second time these two are fighting.
Oh, is it?
I think so, yeah. I think Holm probably took the first one. Because I know Pennington went on a big losing streak, at least at the start.
Is this a fucking joke? I've been doing the UFCing every week for 7 months. Yous know nothing. Okay, mate.
That's the greatest use of a verb I've ever heard. I've been doing the UFCing.
That is like top level troll right there.
Yeah.
What do you work as? I'm an ultimate fighter.
Oh, yeah. It was a split decision the last time.
348 fights there was in Bahrain in that week.
Fucking hell. How do you fight 3 times a day? Like...
A week.
A week.
It makes you feel, a week. Was there not multiple fights you'd like, like the old Japanese style? Would you not have 2 fights?
Brave had an open weight tournament where people fought a few times in a day. By the final, it wasn't high level. It was literally just who was the most resilient. Holly Holm's, the fight started by the way now. Holly Holm's ability to fucking control the distance is terrifying. Like when Raquel charges forward, Holm's gone. She's not even there, is she?
She got fucked up really badly by Nunes, though, because Nunes baited her in, and
we were watching that one live.
Dropped her, bang, head kicks. See you later. But
her movement's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
Pennington got messed up so bad by Nunes, though. So badly.
Like you mean like everybody else?
This is true.
There'll be no rematch if Khabib loses to Tony, who's a more versatile fighter. He's a little bit of Khabib and a little bit of Conor. Yeah, I almost think
that one.
You could go... I think Conor beats Tony. I think Tony beats Khabib, possibly. Certainly not with any sort of certainty. And then obviously Khabib beats Conor. And I think if the UFC wanted to make money, which is what I guess they're trying to do, you just make them matches just constantly. And you just be like... You never go the other way around. You always go that way around. And then you've always got one match you can sell, and you always have the other guy cage side, and you know that it's gonna change hands, and it'll be fantastic.
I wish they do a better job sometimes of promoting guys who are like that 5 to 10 rank in certain divisions, because we don't know a lot about lads who are like 5 to 10. I know it chops and changes a lot, but get us interested in who them are, and maybe we'll want to pay to see them fight.
Well, they don't really do any sort of promotion at the moment.
No.
Since WME took it over, Zuffa were top, and they sold at the absolute peak. I've never seen anyone cash in ever as good as they cashed in for when they sold the UFC. They sold
4 billion, was it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But they had Ronda had just fought. They had Brock was in the mix. Yeah. Conor was on top of the world. They just took all the fucking chips to the dealer and was like, "Yeah, cash me out, mate. I'm done." And they absolutely smashed it. Brilliant. So, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? You can't ask for more than what they managed to do. The way they cashed out their chips, but the difference in style of running the thing.
100%, yeah.
Is mental.
One was a sports company. Now it's an entertainment business now.
And what made Zuffa, and what made the UFC, everything that they made it, was incredible. To be honest with you, it was the fact that anyone who got on any sort of hot streak, you got a title fight.
Yeah.
Done. There's no fucking around the way it is now. There's no like, I want to be double champ. That annoyed me.
Yeah, I don't like the double champs.
The icing of two divisions, the fucking champ thing. Oh, that's fucking left.
Look at Cejudo now. Look at Cejudo. Like, he's fighting Aldo for the bantamweight belt, despite the fact Cejudo has he. Yeah, he did. He defended it against. Was it Marias?
Which one?
Cejudo. He's defended the belt against Marias, hasn't he? I think he finished Marias, actually.
Oh, man, I have to check it out.
But Aldo skipping the queue. Aldo skipping the queue.
I'm trying to focus on this.
After he lost.
Yeah, it's the only man who can do that is Chael Sonnen, because he's Chael Sonnen.
What are you talking about? Yeah, you drop down, lose, get a title fight. No! What the fuck are you on about? No, it's ridiculous.
Holm in the clinch here in the last minute of the first. Not probably what we expected.
Rankings. People on a hot streak, people on a hot streak.
There's nothing objective about the rankings, that was the problem. There's no consistency in where people are ranked. It's a couple of people sat in a room just being like, well, they 1, 2.
You can check who does the rankings.
Oh, seriously?
Actually.
You can check online. Oh, wow.
You can see in the UFC website who the people are ranked.
I don't think rankings mean a lot, though.
Not anymore, they
don't.
They really don't. And that is the issue, is that we've gone away from why MMA, for me, overtook boxing, apart from those outliers, Canelo, Mayweather, etc., those absolute outliers. The general MMA took over the general boxing for the general public for me. And the reason it did that is because it was honest. And it was, that guy's just on a 3-fight streak. He's gone from outside the top 20 to in the top 5. Yep. Right? Now he's getting a title shot. Done.
Which is how it should.
Home with the guillotine?
Oh, we just got that in our shit.
No, I don't think so.
Not enough time.
No. Nah. That was her round anyway.
Cal, could you just triple check the shot? There's a shot upstairs. I definitely remember shutting, but just in case. Just in case.
Some random walks
in.
in.
Hello. I'm 99% sure.
Time was not quite right because the round was just finished.
I'm 97% sure.
About 20 seconds ago.
Oh god!
I'd love to know. Do you know what the heart rate is like at peak during a fight? How much it goes down to during that.
How much
break.
rest you
Well, do you know what?
Yeah,
did you watch? Brendan obviously fought on PFL on New Year's Eve. Did you watch the fight?
Yep.
Do you know they've got a smart cage?
What's that?
I like it. The little statistics.
No, it's not anything like that.
What is it?
What is it?
It's just the fact that they have stats on the bottom and it's
Yeah.
total strikes, head strikes, and body strikes all chopped up. That's it. Really.
It's class.
It is good.
I like it, yeah.
It's good to see it going up as it's happening. But it's not a smart cage.
No.
It's just a fight with some stats on the bottom of the screen. But I wonder, I think you could probably embed something that was just nothing into the uniforms, especially in the female ones, into the sports bra.
Yeah, you could definitely get some sort of thing there. Yeah.
And I would love to see, like what you're saying there, the heart rate peaking, probably in the 160s, 170s, I would think, in these.
I'd say they get it under that 100 in that minute break. I'd say they managed to get that down to like 80.
But that's when you'd be able to see, wouldn't you? Especially in the fourth, going into the fifth, and you would start to see whose heart rate's still at 135 as they're calling it, and you're like, right, well, yeah, he's fucked.
I'm always amazed that more MMA fighters don't go out to somewhere like Denver, even Mexico, for that high altitude training to get them red blood cells. I think Denver's the big one, and whenever people go to train there, they say it's just insane. You can't breathe.
Round 2 has begun.
Yep.
Ooh. We're still about 10 seconds off on this. I think ours is different to yours now, since it came back on. 4:15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. That's where we're up to.
Holly Holm is looking actually really good in this.
Yeah.
But she's clinching a lot more than I thought she would. I thought she'd actually kind of
got a
back
good
off,
clinch,
strike.
hasn't she?
Yeah.
Very good clinch. She's very strong, just pushing up against cage, keeping control.
You forget she was a world championship boxer. Like,
Yeah, she was.
yeah, cover a Ring magazine, I think, and stuff. I think female fighter of the
Is
year.
it 30 something fights she had?
Something insane, yeah. She was like Ring magazine female fighter of the year, like when she was.
Holly
at
Holm's
a big-
highlights are an absolute treat to watch as well. When
And
you
that's
watch
just
some of them.
MMA.
Yeah,
How old is she? She's 38.
38.
38.
she's 38.
See,
Is she?
yeah, but
Wow.
she looks like she could be your mum, though, doesn't she? She
Look at
looks
the
older than that.
the shape she's
No
in
one's
though,
mum's
like
kicking you in the
physically.
fucking head like that.
Oh, no, I just fucking hope not. I'd be
Christ
grounded every week.
almighty.
Even if I wasn't grounded, I'd be staying in and not risking it.
Oh man, even at
It's
38
nice,
though,
bro.
she looks as good as physically.
Yeah, the fitness is
Oh,
like
ridiculous.
insane, man.
Get any questions in that we've got from everybody? There's a couple of people chatting away in the comments. Let us know what you're saying, and we'll get on to you ASAP.
Can't see him.
Who won McGregor? Question mark.
Oh, yeah, mate, we're nearly there. We're getting there.
Not happened yet. It's after this one. Yeah, a couple of people talking about the weight of Conor coming into this. I'm not sure it's as big an issue as it's being made out to be. I think they pretty much had very similar amount of experience at welterweight, to be honest.
He's used, like, they've trained for this type, well, not for this exact type of fight, they've trained for a 170 fight before, so
Yeah.
like, they know what's up. You know, they're not stupid.
You know, and yeah, Cowboy's bigger than him, but he's not bigger than Nate Diaz. So,
And Nate Diaz fucked Cowboy up at 155 though, I think it was.
I think McGregor looks healthier.
He
as
looks a
well.
lot better, doesn't
yeah,
he?
I mean, he gives you pure crackhead vibes at 145.
145. Oh
we was
my
just looking.
God.
We watched the Chad Mendes
Cat.
fight back earlier, and you just like, oh my days!
Yeah.
You look like you do
Scary.
burglaries for a living.
The side by side of him then and him now is ridiculous.
Yeah,
Looks like he's going
Oh.
stealing razors from Tesco.
but I still don't quite fully understand. Yeah, I don't
Selling
understand
these.
why he's fighting out at 170 still. What does fighting at 170 do for your chances of rematching or getting in a title contention at 155?
It's a warm-up
It's
fight that
nonsense.
doesn't ruin his chances of
Does-
that lightweight landscape is the only thing I can imagine. He loses this fight. He's like, oh, well, it wasn't at 155. It's just a tune-up fight. Maybe
You
I'll-
literally think that's the reason why
I
they've
think
done it at this?
I think that's the only logical explanation. Cowboy's not someone who would turn down a fight on any. Like, he wouldn't argue about the weight. He wouldn't argue about this, that, or the other.
But it's ridiculous that this is going to lead to a potential title fight at 155, isn't it? Because it literally is irrelevant to the 155 picture.
It's
Might as well fight
just
heavyweight.
putting your excuse in there just in case you get beat. Isn't it?
I know, but then that's an indictment on where the sport and the UFC is currently at, where that's a thing that you can do.
That's if it is being done that way.
But it creates options because he doesn't have to wait. He doesn't have to weight cut. He can fight Masvidal afterwards if he proves that he's like.
I think that's what's going.
Top-notch.
That's the seeds for that are going to be laid here tonight if McGregor
it,
wins.
you
He's
know?
got
Yeah.
the belt in the crowd. You can already see it from a mile away.
Floating man, does anyone think the extra weight will hinder Conor in the stamina department?
No.
I don't, because I just think that at 155 he probably weighs 170 in the cage.
Yeah.
I just think he's just had an easier night yesterday with a weight cut that he didn't have to do.
Went 5 with Diaz as well. Not easy.
Holm is literally controlling this fight.
Yeah, and the clinch, which is weird.
Yeah, I did think Raquel would be stronger in a clinch.
Pennington's she's not offering much.
She hasn't.
She
She's not
got.
been able to. She's been pressed up
No.
against that cage, hasn't she?
She had the shite
that's-
knocked into her in her last fight.
too late for
Zishan
this now,
says Khabib and Tony will both destroy McGregor. He only has a puncher's chance. I disagree with that on the Tony Ferguson thing. I think Tony's wild style of striking is obviously difficult, but I
he
do
gets
think
hit a
that
lot.
yeah,
He
I
gets
think
hit a
that
lot.
to say he's only got a punch. Well, everyone's only got a puncher's chance, realistically, hasn't he? No, Conor's a real skilled striker. Absolutely, you can't deny that. If you're saying that Conor's not a skilled striker, then that's utter fucking wibble, to be honest.
You don't
I'm
get,
not having
You
that.
don't get to where he's got to without being a good fighter, do you? It's not. You don't get there just off one punch.
Champ, first to do it.
But
Come on, man.
When you think about it, when someone says that, he's only throwing a left.
And Eddie
left-handed
Alvarez,
punch, how
people-
many different ways can you throw that?
Yeah.
punch?
Yeah.
How many?
From out of these angles that you didn't know exist.
It's not just throwing it, it's setting it up.
It's not just throwing it. There's a lot more to it. He's got to position himself, or he's got to throw an overhand. He's got to there's so many different angles.
Especially in
ways of
MMA as
throwing a
well.
punch,
It's not
yeah.
like boxing. It's
Exactly. So to say it's puncher's chance, I think that's a load of bollocks, to be honest.
Yeah, I think no, it's not. It's just he's not just got a puncher's chance in the slightest. There's so much more to it. Like a Holm on her toes already. Can having it large.
I don't know.
It's mad that
It's looking like this is going to go a distance.
I wonder if she burns out, after. she's used that much energy just bouncing.
I'd say
about.
she's used to high intensity, mad
Yeah.
training.
But she could go. She used to go. What was it? 10 rounds.
Yeah, 10 rounds in boxing, man.
So she's well able to go. Like,
Such a weird
Yeah,
stance.
but Q8, you know the difference, man, between just hitting the pads for 10 rounds and then grappling for 10 rounds. You might grapple for 4 rounds and then you have to go and have a sit outside. Yeah, behave yourself.
She clipped her there. It's not been clashing styles. Hasn't really lived up for this fight.
No. It's been a bit of a masterclass from
Yeah,
just
Holly,
domination.
actually.
So did it go to decision last time? This one.
Split decision. Yeah.
split
for Holly.
decision. Yeah. Pennington went on a good
Don't think
run.
this is going to be a split decision today.
No.
No.
Straight
Not unless this one's like a 10-8 or something for
Oh,
Pennington.
Nothing major's happened. It's just she's just overpowered her.
I just can't. None of these women beat Nunes for me. Like, I know
No,
it sounds
none of
weird.
them do.
No one does.
And half the fucking men don't either.
That scares me.
Oh, she is a
Do
terrible.
you know what? It was that cyborg absolute train wreck.
I couldn't
was
believe
just like,
watching that.
Amazing.
what is happening? Because I thought it was going to be. I think I might have said I thought Cyborg might have been doing it. I can't remember, but like I did not expect. I mean, we covered it, didn't we? But I can't remember what the predictions was for it. Oof.
But in the first round knockout, there mustn't have been many who had that on. Like,
No, none. I would think. I think we were all shocked by it. I think that we might have thought, "Ooh, close fight maybe," but not to.
she stood and banged with her, and then she just connected once, and then just
I was like, anyway, fuck
was
this
it.
shit. See you in a bit.
home with Pennington up against the fence again, man. It's like
It's just the tail of this fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been 3 rounds.
Just over 3 minutes left. I don't see anyone scoring this any other way than for Holly Holm. Keep getting your comments and stuff in the questions. Give us a like if you don't mind.
Lance Carpenter saying Aldo had to get the title shot. I assuming he means at 135. Read my article. Lol, love the stream, lads. plugging his article.
Plugging it big
Oh,
time.
you
isn't
gotta
he?
respect it. I don't think Aldo deserved the shot at
How many
135.
beers is he eating?
I don't think Aldo deserved the shot, personally. I think there's better fight. I really like Jan.
Oh, that question mark kick.
I like Jan at 135.
We were saying earlier before, where does Dominic Cruz come back into this and where does he fix? It's been years now, and you're like, I don't know where he comes back into this. I can't wait to
Cody
see him
Garbrandt's
back
got to
into
come
it.
back as well.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Trying to stand up now, aren't they?
Oh.
Yeah, last
Liking
2.5
this now.
minutes or so.
I'll make it interesting.
Pace is picking up.
In the clinch again.
There you go. Chuck her off.
If Holm can start landing now, we could see her finishing this.
Yeah.
You know, we're just going to have a load of faff build up towards the...
Oh.
Towards the ring walks.
no. She's
No,
back.
she's back up.
No.
Possible takedown there from Pennington, but Holmes stuffed it. If she can reverse this clinch now.
It's a risk that standing back up, though, isn't it?
She get pushed back up against
Yeah.
cage controlled.
She's
And
got the
taking it
fight
down.
won, I think. Barring an absolute disaster here.
Yeah, she's won this. She looks great in the clinch. I mean, she's always had a very strong clinch anyway.
Pennington's looking at the clock. She knows she needs to finish.
It was the clinch against Ronda where everyone was like,
Yeah. It's that
okay,
question.
what's, now what?
Oh, she nearly took it down.
And then obviously she took her fucking face off.
She'll always have that, though. She'll always have
But
knocking
that's the
her.
one. On the
Changed the
break,
game there,
Changed the
yeah.
game.
on the break, she's be like, "Have this, bink."
It was when she threw that mad... Is that Steve Mazzagatti down there? Oh, my God, it is. See, in the striped shirt.
Right.
Down the front, next to the cage. Oh, my God, man. Steve Mazzagatti there. Dana White turning in his seat. Pretty sure he was blackmailed from, like, every MMA event.
Blacklisted, you mean?
Blacklisted.
Blackmail's a whole different accusation.
Oh, it's 5 in the morning, people. Give me a break. Give me a break. It's 5 a.m. Oh, man.
Looking forward to my bed, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah. I really...
You lot are all going to bed, though. At least all you lot are going to bed. I get like an hour's kip here and I'm off to the match.
I'm going to go home to my daughter waking up.
Nice one.
Walking up.
The US fans have no idea how easy like you guys have it. It's 5 a.m. here.
Yeah, even when they bring it over here, sometimes they give it us at 5 a.m.
We can't see.
She didn't have my Bisping, wasn't it?
I cannot believe people stayed in the stadium until 5 in the morning.
Weirdest atmosphere where people just sitting like, oh.
Trying to cheer and they're yawning instead.
Duvets and stuff like, and a hot chocolate like that.
Security searching.
Do you even want a pint at 4 in the morning?
No, you don't. Like, it's the weirdest thing ever. Joe B says Cerrone by submission. It's coming.
Would go with the theme of tonight.
Well, that's that.
That was
It was nothing.
Not as
special.
that was a fight that happened.
I was hoping that we'd have like all finishes for the whole main card, but no, this point.
Sometimes I almost don't mind it when it's this late. I'm like, there's not much ads or promo crap. Just get into the next fight.
Holm just dominated. She
Yeah.
looked good.
She did look good, but she's still going to get destroyed off Nunes. It's almost like,
She's not gonna get
now
any
what?
of this, though. She's not.
Jared Martin asking, are they going to fight soon? WTF. Next fight, I think.
Yep, it's
Coming
after
up.
this, soon as this
I
one.
think they walk out. Was it 5:15?
Yeah, sounds about right, to be honest. Oh, I just want this fight underway, man.
It's going to be an absolute banger.
It's taken forever. Yeah. Gee, she looks a bit pumped up.
She's still angry.
Christ, man.
She's going out. She's doing 5k runs just to warm down. Top performance.
Official decision coming in.
She's what 30? She's 38, and she's still at like top of that division.
She
just
looks
for
like a
ranking
marathon
shot.
runner.
Ah, she's class. Serious fire. Her athlete in general.
I wonder if Katie Taylor will ever get into MMA, do you think?
Not a hope.
Oh, I don't think so. It
Not
could,
a hope. She's gonna dominate the boxing world.
yeah.
No one's gonna beat her.
Don't do a James Toney on it. Jesus.
Nah, she's got.
I
her
didn't
wits
get the
about her.
scorecards then. Was that 30-27?
I assume.
If it was
30-27.
anything but, I'd be very shocked.
There we go. Is it coming up? No.
Winner by unanimous decision.
Holly Holm is your winner by unanimous decision.
Easy peasy.
I hope we get Conor on Joe Rogan this week. Well, he's over.
I think it's.
I wouldn't be
It's
shocked.
got to happen sooner or later, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think he.
I think that'd be a funny podcast. That.
Well, Joe said it on previous podcasts. He's agreed to do it, but he won't ever chase him for it. So it's a case of if they spot each other, he'll be like, "Do you want to do it?" And this is obviously the perfect time to do it. Is when he's just fought, and I reckon he's probably more likely to do it on the back of a win than a loss.
I think he could do it regardless.
He probably could, but I reckon
Yeah.
it's easier to get him to agree to it. Because I bet after a loss, he just wants to disappear, doesn't he?
And Joel's not scared of asking questions, is he?
No.
So it'd be interesting.
One of the judges gave a round to Pennington in that fight.
Did they?
Yeah. 30-27 and 29-28.
Was that the same judge that had the what was it?
Oh,
It's
Adelaide
Adelaide
Bird.
Bird, yeah.
Oh, man. She's really bad.
That's
she,
an understatement.
Yeah, she scored the
Terrible.
Canelo fight. What was it, 118, 110? The
what-
Golovkin fight.
Yeah, like how do you? I don't even know.
Oh, I don't know,
It's
man.
desperate.
Insane. I could swear she's made a. She dropped another clanger as well. It may have been an MMA event.
There was,
too.
yeah, there was another one in MMA. I was only reading about it earlier.
Yeah,
Can't think.
she's got like a list of really, really, really bad judging decisions that she's made, and she still keeps getting these gigs.
As soon as like I think it was the first fight was done, you just see Twitter going absolutely mental, and they see that she's a judge. It's like, oh yeah, everyone's going backstage, just like, yeah, okay, we got to finish this fight.
Amazing judges don't get more like, stick, because some of the judges
I think
like
they get enough.
it's weird that we don't judges never get personal attacks on them. Not that I'm promoting that or anything, but, like, I'm just saying.
Like referees
One
in
of my
football.
whiskers.
Oh, referees in football, yeah, well, it's a whole different ballgame there.
Do you think we'll see more Russians or Dagestans coming to the UK to teach grappling as MMA is getting so popular amongst the masses? Yeah, I think so. I know, like we said before, Maki, I'm teaching a kids class, so fuck me. If you're gonna see a load of like Mancunian Salford kids just fucking stuffing people into corners, and wrestling their balls off.
Oh my God! Look at
Yeah.
Batista. He looks like he's really had a lot of work done, hasn't he?
He was fighting pro MMA.
Oh, I've seen
He's
his
a referee,
MMA
yeah.
fight. Yeah, I've seen that MMA fight. That
More than one.
has he got more than
He's got
one?
a couple,
I
man,
think
yeah.
I saw the one that was on YouTube, and one is enough. Oh, there he is.
Hey, go on,
Hey.
Tyson, lad. Go on, you nosser. Oh, he's great, man. Absolutely love Tyson Fury.
He's hilarious.
Split from his coach actually recently.
Why is he wearing a
DJ went
fucking parka
I know it looks like an egg
inside
in it.
the arena? What are you doing, mate?
Withenshaw repping in Vegas, son. He is from Withenshaw, I think, isn't he?
Is he though? As we were saying before, what's that
talking,
accent, man? That's
Oh,
not
it's
any
like-
accent anyone's ever heard.
Oh my God, what is he wearing?
Hang on.
He's wearing.
Is Masvidal in a dressing gown?
He's in
going-
a Versace dressing gown.
He's going too hard on the Scarface.
What
Okay,
on
just for the
earth
record,
is this?
Masvidal's cage side in a dressing gown. He's not fighting tonight. He's just turned up in a dressing
With
gown.
his hair plaited as well, as if he's about to
Fight.
fight. Yeah, with his BMF belt, which isn't gimmicky at all.
Yeah, he's gone all out, hasn't he?
Okay.
I don't get the BMF belt.
I love it.
It could have done without the actual belt.
Gets
Though.
people
I don't
talking.
get it.
It's
Yeah, it's a nice little gimmick.
How annoyed was Cowboy? He's got the bad motherfucker ranch, and they make a belt, and you're not even in contention for it. Come on, bro. What's happened there?
And he did lose to Gaethje, so
Masvidal knocked out Cerrone, didn't he? A few years ago. So that fight's already been
See,
done.
Fezza in the comments says, "Morning, guys from Manchester. Come round.
Swing
Morning.
by.
Come give us a knock. We're in Piccadilly."
Who won between
if he
Holly?
makes it down, somebody's street
So
down.
foggy outside now, you can't even look outside. By the way, it's insane. Yeah, I thought there was like a smoke bomb let off or something, but it's just so foggy. Nivek Runamok says, "Who won between Holly and Raquel?" Holly
Holly, by
comfortably,
smashed her.
decision, unanimous decision.
Just look class, to be honest. Give us a like if you're enjoying the stream. We're getting a load of people that downvote it because they're too thick to realise that an $85 stream is going to be on YouTube for free.
on a
Come on,
channel
boys.
that is for an MMA website. Yeah.
We're fully credentialed with the UFC. Do you think we're risking that by putting it on YouTube? No.
There we go.
How
no,
stupid would someone have to be?
I mean, it
There
happens.
he is.
Connor looks tick.
He looks
tick,
thick
doesn't
boy.
he?
He does look very thick, doesn't he?
He almost looks like a cartoon character of himself.
Lee Hammond in the back.
Like a CGI of himself, doesn't he?
He
Doesn't
actually,
look quite like him.
he actually looks. He doesn't. Still, just doesn't look like he's a 170 pounder though. Just his physique, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, he does look a bit weird.
Cowboy's looking big as well, to be fair.
Look at your man's beard in the background.
What's he come as? Is he wearing gold shoes?
Is that your man? What's
Is he it's like he's trying to be the Undertaker.
Why is he standing there like that?
It's Mick Cogno.
Pretty sick t-shirt, that, to be fair.
Amazon original.
In Vietnam,
Amazon
lads,
says-
timing's minty. What time's it over there? I imagine that's probably about 10 a.m. 1 in the afternoon,
Where is
maybe,
it?
something like that. Lunchtime.
See, that's an ideal time to watch the fight. isn't it?
Yeah, we've had a
Just
few
wake
like that.
up.
Was it Australia? Did we have Australia? Was
The
it
Morning
that?
cards.
The Chinese,
Chinese
it's
cards.
Chinese Japan cards are usually at about 10 or even 11 in the morning.
That's brilliant.
Oh, they're classic.
But even when you go
So
over,
much easier, wouldn't it?
when you go over to the west coast, when you go over to the west coast in like the States or whatever, the fights are like at 9 o'clock in the evening, 10 in the evening, and it's just it's just
It's minging.
unreal, man.
Doing this, and like today is literally the worst day for it. It's easier if actually the game was like we obviously most of us here cover United as well. So when we're covering United, it's actually easier if this happens with a game being on the Saturday, and then at least tomorrow morning when you finish, you can just go to bed. At the minute, like I'm going home, I'm probably looking after my daughter for about 4 hours while my wife's at the gym. And then once she comes back and go to bed for a few hours, and I've got to get back over to the studio.
What time's she going
Killer.
to the gym at, roughly?
Well, I've got to look after the baby from 7 till 11
Oh, that's a bit rough. That.
after doing this. So
lovely.
it's currently 5.
What time did you pick me up? 10?
Yeah, I picked you up at 10.
10 we've been in the studio.
Jeez, it doesn't feel like it though. It's mad that when you're locked, in
Time
here,
flies.
Time flies.
No, about 10 o'clock in the morning. In about 4 hours, when the baby's like crying over nothing, you just be like, "What do you want?" Where can I watch for free? You probably, if you got a job at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas.
Buy your BT Sport box office live.
Or if your neighbour has it, if you could like look through their window, something like that. Like we said, this is brought to you guys by Betting Pro. There's a couple of links in the description that I'd like you to go check out, and also the link is up there. Oh, well, it's not a link, but it's logo. It's brought to you guys by Betting Pro. For MMA and UFC tips and specific tips for tonight, click the link in the description. Go and check all of those out. It's sound. It's totally free. It's just got experts on there giving their opinion about how fights are going to go down. I've had some right good ACCAs of late. And I've not ever wrote for these guys, but what you will get is people that are doing really good tips and stuff on all sorts of sports, not just UFC, but you've got football, you've got tennis, you've got rugby, you've got Formula 1, you've got all sorts of stuff. So hit the link in the description and go and check that out. It's well worth it. Like I said, it's free. So there you go.
That left hand is lethal.
The Alvarez fight is still his best performance for me today.
yeah.
That was
That was
clinic.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
in
God.
hindsight, people are like, nah, Eddie was past it. No,
Was he?
no one was
Was he?
saying that
Was?
in the build-up to the fight.
He was the
Nobody
champion.
was
How
saying
was he
that.
past it?
Yeah.
absolutely starched RDA.
See, this is what I mean. He's got a straight kick, hasn't he? That
Oh, he's so well
Some of
rounded.
these, I mean, that's 10 years ago.
don't matter.
This though.
Yeah, that's not 10 years ago.
That's recently enough as well.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh, that head kick. Oh
The head
my
kick
God.
is the head kick's the thing that I think can do him in. And someone mentioned on, I think it was in the comments to the preview, this talk of Conor having his hand operated on.
Oh, like
If-
a while ago.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're a Cowboy, are you throwing a right kick up to try and get him to catch that on his left hand?
Was
And-
it left hand that got? I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that he's had the surgery on. It might be an option. So we'll see on it if he's throwing up right high kicks. Be interested to see
That's
if how he's
interesting,
blocking
yeah.
with them.
Never
I
thought
didn't think about that until I saw the comment. So shout out to whoever that was.
Yeah, it's a good point, but I guess it's one of those things you take in consideration. But yeah, no, it's a really good point.
Long day today. Been up all night watching a cricket until 8 a.m. And then the United game as well. It's killer, in it. When you get back to work Monday morning, how was your weekend? Like,
shit.
It's hard enough trying to stay awake watching cricket anyway.
I was going to say, I was like,
Never mind
that
that.
at 2 p.m. the day. Never mind
Respect
the 2
to
a.m.
you for staying up with that.
Die-hard fan
what
right
cricket's, What cricket's on?
Says South Africa, England. I think. I don't know if that would be on now. But, yeah,
couldn't fucking tell you, mate.
don't know. I think
So
that's-
we are seeing a lot of build-up. They're basically just doing the billionaire walk thing. They're showing how many people have done that, which is loads of people. From little kids to Paul Pogba to NFL players. Just how many people have done the billionaire walk thing.
It's mad that some
The Americans love it.
some
Hockey.
bloke from Crumlin has just started this. Some lad from Crumlin just started all this.
Why are they showing that one? That was before.
Oh,
him.
Yeah, because
Because
it
they-
inspired Vince inspired the walk. Oh, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, what a deranged man.
If Conor loses, he should retire. Do you think?
Nah, mate.
Not about that, man, mate.
I like watching him fight.
What's
so
he like?
no.
31 at the moment. Something like
He's
that.
31. Like no.
he-
No way should he retire.
Is
got
he
enough money,
31?
so-
Is it? How old
He's
he is?
31.
He's good for the sport, though, isn't he?
It brings mainstream, outside the questionable actions, but he does bring mainstream attention on it. Like
Exactly.
at the end of the day, if we're still calling Tyson a legend, this, that, and the other, despite his outside the ring antics and whatnot, McGregor will go down as the same. To be honest,
Yeah,
Changed the game.
he's
He
an
reinvented the
absolute
game.
Hall of Famer. He elevated it to a whole nother level.
And it just seems to come out of nowhere.
The fight or just him in general?
It just, you see, like for me, because I didn't used to watch UFC, and then I used to watch bits, but then all of a sudden it was like, oh, who's this Irish kid that's creating all this fuss? And then so you start looking into it,
And you're like, oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
And I bet that happened for quite a lot of people that probably never watched UFC before, but seen the hype and then thought, oh, I'll check this out, see what this is all about. And then,
First I saw Conor was the first title he picked up in Cage Warriors, and then I remember there was a little bit of hype around him from them, and then the Buchecha fight. I was watching I think we were talking earlier about the Cage Contenders fight with Gunny Mitchell and Gunny Nelson and Danny Mitchell even. I think that was the same night he fought Buchecha. That fight was in Manchester. I was at that fight, and I remember I stayed at my mum's, and I got into bed at my mum's, and it was on Facebook. Someone had put the fight on there. And I remember going, "Fuck, I bet he get picked up by the UFC now." And obviously he did get picked up by the UFC. So when he came,
time later though, wasn't it? When he was
but I remember thinking, watching that highlight, oh, he's definitely in the UFC now. He's definitely going.
Oh, he's different. He's different level.
And then once he did get in, being like, yo, I think you should probably watch out for him. Didn't think he was as good as he fucking proved to be, but I thought he'd probably get top 5, maybe have a title shot. Didn't think he'd fucking clean the division out.
And then end up boxing Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Shit, if I'd have watched that then and gone, yeah, this kid's going to box Floyd Mayweather, they would have locked me up on the spot and been like, come on.
I remember what got me into watching it. Well, I forgot his bleeding name. Back in the day, when Chuck Liddell and what was he called?
Tito Ortiz.
Tito,
man.
I remember when
Tito's record does not stand the test of time.
No, it doesn't.
No.
He's still fighting.
Yeah, but he was evil.
Yeah.
And
he won recently.
He used to watch and think, oh god, it sent chills, and that's when I started watching UFC. And I thought
that's when it was back in like bite down on the mouth guard and just go out absolutely swinging.
I remember like before that, you used to watch. Was it K1?
Yeah, K1 Grand Prix.
At daft o'clock at night. Normally when you come in after piss.
Yeah, they'd be live from Japan or something like that.
That's what like Bravo was good for and that, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bravo. That was it.
Dave Bautista looks really, really plastic right
Recent in the comments, his debut against Brimage was the first one I watched. Never thought it would lead to this level, though. I think if anyone called something like, this guy's a Hall of Famer, on their debut, no one ever thinks that. I mean, the way he just ran through. Conor's tear was... It epitomised what was so good about the Zuffa era of the UFC. This was a kid that made his own hype. Like, they didn't need to promote him, but... What they did do was promote him once he'd started getting that. Like, he was the one, and Ronda, that they would put on chat shows. They had the power to put those people on chat shows. They never did that to DJ. They never did that to Usman. You know what I mean? They're not doing that to Cejudo. They're not doing that. I mean, it's partly on the company, and it's majorly on the fighter for me.
It's the personality.
Of course it is, yeah. Of course it is. And Cejudo for me, or even Covington, they don't have the personality that Conor had. But either way, I think that the company could be doing more.
Like, realistically, I don't think the company can get anyone to the level of stardom of McGregor.
No,
I think it's capable, but you'll have to go about it the right way. Like someone like Adesanya could crack the African market, but I don't think 100%. They see a big benefit in doing that,
which is fucking ridiculous.
Or Khabib, like with the Russian and even just look at Middle East and stuff.
Look at, like, you wouldn't have said Egypt was a big power player, but like when anything happens with Salah, it just like any poll just gets fucking taken over by Egyptian fans, and they absolutely own it. Like, no, I think you're right. Adesanya, Usman, they could really dominate that.
Ngannou as well. Yeah. You could put a card on an.
See, look at Ngannou's the reason. The way that I know that the company can do more is look at the fucking promo Ngannou got before the Stipe fight.
Yeah, the hype, everything.
That came from the company. It came partly from the fighter, but that they massively pushed it. All those little promos and videos and stuff that they was getting, they can do that, and they're not doing that for everybody.
It depends on how the fans respond to the fighter as well. Like, when Conor just rocked up, it's like, no one ever saw this. Like, this Irish lad just rocking up, talking literally anything he wanted, he just said it. No one did it. And and when he did it, got this amazing response. But no one's able to crack it since. Like, no one's able to get the response he's gotten. Like, see, I just think they're copying him. But yeah, it's going to be very difficult.
That's it. Being an original in this is... And that's what I miss with the Reebok uniforms as well, is that people had their personality and now they would wear their shorts and their fight kits and stuff like that. Whereas now it's sanitised a little bit. Like, you know, you want to see Cowboy coming out in a Budweiser t-shirt or something like that, don't you? Because that's who he is. The guy is drink a beer and get fucked
shorts as well.
Tom Bomb saying story surfacing that Conor is badly affected with food poisoning. I don't know about that.
You what?
Tom Bomb? I've not heard that, mate.
I don't know.
Where that one from?
That could just be a bit of
I mean, badly affected with food poisoning, you wouldn't expect him to walk. And they wouldn't be doing this right now if that was the case. It had just finished.
No,
I know he can still get an enormous
he's
pay.
Definitely having us on that.
You're having us on. Here we go. Ring walks.
Ring walk time.
Cowboy's going to come out first, you'd imagine.
Yes, I think so.
Will he? who's ranked higher? They usually
I think
do
it's
no matter.
Conor.
Yeah, it's
Connor's ranked
Cowboy.
higher by one position, I think.
Yeah, it's
Is it
like 3 and 4. or
McGregor,
something.
Cowboy, so it'll be Cowboy coming out. Yeah.
Here comes Cowboy.
Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Wait, he's not even from Texas. He's from like Albuquerque, isn't he? Is there a lot of cowboys in Albuquerque? There's at least one.
It's definitely him.
Ugh.
I don't think somebody.
Is the aircon on? I'm fucking cold. Turn it off, you maniac.
They're trying to stay awake.
I really don't like that. The old, which is now new again, Reebok logo.
Yeah, not feeling it, and they've not done it everywhere either. Because you look, the guys behind them.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so just.
It's better.
Is it like that red?
The triangle one for me is better. It suits the sport because it was a combat thing.
It's
And
great.
even with CrossFit as well, CrossFit was using that same one, and I
yeah,
like
it's
that.
booming.
Have they gone back to the
It just
old
2006 tracksuits. It looks like it just looks a little less classy. Don't know. It feels like I'm looking at a Bolton Wanderers shirt with that Reebok logo on it.
That's cute.
Oh, he's got his kid in a little cowboy.
That's cute.
Oh, you should never dress your kids like you. Like it just doesn't. Just a sign of like it just an absolute. Although, of course, I wouldn't say that to his face because he'd probably dislocate my jaw. Yeah.
And Joe, what? Shout out to Cowboy. Cowboy was the first fighter that we ever spoke to as MMA
Oh,
Latest.
no.
Really?
Yeah, and we've got within 2 weeks of starting, Matt managed to get a photo with an MMA Latest T-shirt with Cowboy. So just
I did not know that.
MMA latest pioneer, Cowboy Cerrone.
yeah, about
We know who we're picking tonight.
6 years ago, I think was it? It started 2014.
It's your
I think.
turn, Mr. McGregor. MMA latest, give us
I
a
joined
follow.
about 8 months in. 6 months, 8 months in. So that
Was
would have
that
been what?
early 2015, maybe.
Yeah, that would have been my leaving cert year. So it would have been about that. Yeah.
Share the stream on all your social medias as well.
Yeah,
Come
do us a
on,
favour,
might as
give us a
well.
like if you're enjoying the content, and we've got loads of stuff coming out throughout the week as well. There's loads of clips going up of that podcast with Anthony Crawler and Brendan Luffney. Me and Brendan do a podcast every single week when he's in the fucking country and remembers that he lives in Manchester and not in San Diego playing fucking grab ass with Dominic Cruz. So definitely make sure to check that out because it's awesome. And we've got some belting guests coming up soon on that one. I wish I could tell you on air who they are, but you know what happens when you do. They don't fucking turn up.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's time for Conor to walk out. But there's all sorts of stuff. We have different debates and all kind of things going. So
Do we reckon he's got Sinead here?
Yeah, I was going to say Sinead O'Connor's going to turn up in a DeLorean straight from 2015.
I'm going to say no. Because she might.
I can't believe how hairy her arms were.
Oh, she's a bit mad as hell, Sinead, isn't she? She's a bit
She'll shave her
mad.
head, but not her arms. I don't get it.
Oh, old Sinead.
What? She's got some amazing voice though.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
has
does.
got a good voice.
Haunting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're playing the little riff before the Foggy
I
Jew.
love
This. I love this bit. It's my favourite bit of the
Gives you
walkout.
chills, yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I think it's class.
And then Conor pulling them stupid faces, the Vadun face that he does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's like looking into the camera, gives it a small little smirk as well. He starts walking out.
When are they going to do another card in Dublin? I suppose when they
They're
have an
not
Irish
gonna.
star. they need an Irish star to put on it, don't they?
But you know what though? 5 years ago there was like 900 Irish fighters. The whole of SPG was fighting on it, wasn't there? He's not doing it. He's not mugging the camera off yet, at least. Anyway, he looks weird with this haircut.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
It looks just like it.
a
It
bit
looks like
Gareth
a
Bale-esque.
CGI. I'm going to start a rumor that Conor McGregor died 2 years ago, and this is an imposter. Like they always do with like musicians and stuff. I saw one that Eminem
this
had
mad
died.
conspiracy
a few years
theory,
ago.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
Eminem died in 2006 apparently, and the guy that's been playing him since is an imposter. And you're like, what? Who comes up with this shit? But yeah, that's what happened with Conor 2 years ago.
A lot of people saying is McGregor's left hand is busted.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about earlier. We were saying he's had an operation on it.
Oh, that's
Oh,
just
seriously?
he hurt that ages ago.
Yeah. I was
He
gonna say.
legitimately had an operation on it. So we're saying, is it going to be a technique from Cowboy? If Cowboy's throwing a right high kick, then that might be a technique to see how strong or weak that could be.
He's not come out in his Reebok shirt. The corporate big dicks will be livid at that as well. I don't rate that shirt either at all.
He's just come out ready to fight.
Yeah, we're ready to go now. At long, King last.
It's such a weird thing still to be getting semi-undressed and messing about at the whatever this prep point's called
Yeah.
this week. The way it always goes off in MMA.
So who's in his corner?
I was going to say, I thought Owen
Owen
Roddy's
Roddy's
split
there, I
with him.
think, innit?
So no.
No, he's there, innit?
Owen Roddy didn't split with him.
Who's
Owen
that there
Roddy-
then with the bending down?
So that's Owen Roddy, yeah. So
Yeah,
there's
so-
John Kavanagh, there's Owen Roddy. I think his his coach from Crumlin Boxing Club is there as well.
Why?
And the other
What, does he actually use him, does he?
yeah, no, he's back in for this camp. So
right.
Roddy isn't exactly his striking he's a striking coach, but he's brought I think his name's Phil back into this camp to kind of get in touch with his roots of boxing and back to where it all began type of thing and start using them in this camp. He was saying it recently, it's interesting.
Do you think Conor, if left SBG, I know he never would because loyalty's a big thing, but do you think if he was to leave for somewhere like, he wouldn't go
TriStar.
to AKA,
TriStar.
TriStar, or
TriStar I could see him doing well with
I don't think so at
GSP
all.
and stuff like that.
Not a hope, I don't think.
not
I think
AKA
there's a
for
type
obvious
of style
reasons.
over
But
there. I don't think
Yeah, I
he'd
reckon
fit.
him turning up at the door.
yeah, there's mutual respect here. Like it's
I've not seen him do that before.
get out.
They'll be like, Connor's in a car park. Fuck.
All the Russians walk out.
See, it has a different feel when he does that, doesn't it?
Yeah,
He's
it's not-
walked over and give him respect straight away.
Maybe that's
Give him
what-
a fist bump.
Do you notice he has his full name tattooed across his fight trunks in the same way that no one else does? It says Conor McGregor in full writing rather
Instead of
than
just the second name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Taylor, the tape is out.
Look at the reach.
Wow,
Says a lot.
close.
Except for the height.
I'm excited about this. Even though, like,
How's he got a bigger reach but shorter? What the hell's that all about?
I know.
Plus, Joe, the one that you never bring up is that's arm reach. This is why you have to evolve this because there has to be the leg reach. The leg reach is so big in MMA.
It's equal, isn't it? I think you looked up earlier. Or was it Mitch? I think someone
No,
looked up
I
and said
don't-
it was almost equal. Mitch, do you remember?
But leg reach is massive anyway,
Yeah.
Is it?
especially for the way these two fight. We are moments away. We're just getting the final bit of introductions from Bruce Buffer and Andy's jacket.
there's the
I know we're
judges.
underway.
No, Adelaide Bird is the judge.
Dean is going to be the
Big
referee.
Herb,
It's
Herb by name, Herb by nature. Go on, Herb.
Actually, his fights.
Oh, his fights
I've
are
never seen
hilarious.
his size, but no, he still trains in that, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He was an awful fighter. Like he was something like really bad. Like he was really bad. There's no like. I
He got in there, didn't he?
I thought Howard Webb was a decent footballer. You know, Nigel Owens or anything.
It would be good for the sport to see Conor actually in the mix, in legitimate title contention. Can we just leave champ shit and fucking
Interim
non-ranking relevant and interim belts all in 2019? Fuck that noise. Let's go forward properly again.
3:45 watching. Come on, it's fucking
Make
5:30,
rankings
folks.
great again.
Give us a like. 5:30.
Make rankings matter again.
5:30.
Torte.
Matthew made a comment as well earlier. Crumlin Garda Station will be packed tonight, and it definitely will be packed tonight as well. A bit of trouble on the streets of Crumlin.
Right, go on. Let's go around the table. What are we saying, Illy? How are you calling this? I think you was going with Cowboy, weren't you?
No, I'm going with McGregor. I just don't think it's going to be easy for him. I think he is going to be tested today.
What are you saying, Steve?
Conor in 2.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's going to be too fast for him.
I hope so.
My heart is saying. I think.
Listen, this is no disrespect to Cowboy.
I think-
Cowboy's a fucking
in my head, I think.
concrete Hall of Famer. Man.
In my head, I think Cowboy's got a lot more tools in his arsenal, but I do think that his chin has been suspect before on the big occasion, and Conor looks really good, and I do think his mindset looks to be in the right place.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Conor in
It's
2.
that
as well.
straight kick to the face.
Yeah, I'm
That's
going to
what-
say Conor in 2.
Third round McGregor knockout.
So we're all backing Conor, are we?
All right, we're all in for a fucking absolute
Yeah.
shit fest here, then, aren't we?
Yeah.
Imagine this goes
there's
5
poten-
rounds.
There's potential
can't
for
rule
an
it out,
upset,
yeah.
though.
You
isn't
can't rule it out. I would be surprised though. I mean, they're
Yeah.
both pretty resilient. Like, you know, everyone likes to try and take the piss out of
So
Conor.
he
Oh, he
doesn't
tapped.
seem
Oh,
as
let
revved up,
fucking
does he?
Khabib get on your neck and see what happens. Fucking Christ.
Tony Two Toes has a prediction: Donald to slip on the outside of Conor's left hand and follow up with a left high kick.
Mate,
That would be highlight reel to
Jeez,
say the
that's some
least.
very-
That's a
very
very
analytical,
specific prediction. What else are we saying?
He doesn't seem as revved up as he normally is.
Oh, he's relaxed, I think. He's never been the type to be, oh, go on.
It doesn't look like it's 6'1" and 5'9", does it?
No.
He just looks. It's the way. I think it's the way he holds himself. He looks.
Cowboy not breaking there.
Yeah, he kind of
Here we
push
go.
the shoulders back. I did not think.
Go on,
I'd
give us
see
a
him
good
back
fight,
in.
lads.
Here we go.
James Johnson with the final in there. Conor in for a beating.
Could that be a bad omen?
I disagree, brother, but we will find out in moments. Look at some of the guys in the crowd, fucking pants off and everything. Wasn't he in Ghostbusters?
Ric Flair.
Isn't that the guy from Ghostbusters? The painting that comes alive. Right, so the fight starts and Conor tries to throw a straight left, which Cowboy's clinched, and now they're just sort of, he's managed to throw a knee.
McGregor coming out straight away.
Right.
Ooh.
So any question
Cerrone
marks about how that left hand
He's
is?
busted open his nose. It's
Oh,
fucked.
we've got blood already.
Cerrone's nose is dead.
Conor with a left high kick. Conor throws it over the left.
It's over.
It's over. Looking at the finish of the fight here. Cowboy's
He's over.
Conor is beating the fuck out of him. Right.
Oh my god!
He's not
gotta stop
defending.
it.
Herb, you can't let the guy
he
die.
got covered
What
up.
are you fucking doing? Herb, stop the fucking fight. It's over. Oh my god. Oh,
whoa,
Oh my fucking god. What was the official time? What,
It
40
was
seconds?
40 seconds. I think it was.
Fucking
hell.
Oh, mate. Right. Did we say a Conor McGregor run over or did we say a fucking Conor McGregor run over? Sit down, shut the fuck up, pin him back.
Sorry, I've got to watch that back in the replay.
Connor's fucking back, bitches.
And Conor kicked him in the head.
It was Conor who got him with the head kick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Conor head kicked him.
Huh?
Oh, wow.
Unlucky, mate.
There's a young blonde lady in the crowd who's like this.
Someone get a squeegee out.
Yeah,
Whoa.
That was the exact facial expression everyone needs to be making looking at that. Oh my god.
Whoa.
That's the most critical
amazing.
I've seen him that quick.
Oh, Tony McGregor in the building. Look at him. There he is, big Tony.
Cannot
That's
confirm
a
or
man who
deny
treads
Dana's
coinage.
Dana's pants are off in the crowd.
Coinage.
Dana's pants
He's
are
a
off.
sound
I think
Oh,
it's safe to
he's meant to
say.
be a lovely guy. To be fair,
remember
so.
tunes.
So we're waiting up all night for that.
Yeah. 40 seconds. All that for 40 seconds were exactly how my fucking wife feels.
Fucking shades of Aldo, that was.
Was that a left hand or was it a knee?
Oh, here we go.
It was the
Here
knee.
we go. We're
I know,
going to
I
get
I think it was the left head
Do you know
kick.
at the very start of the round when he comes in? Was
Yeah.
that a knee he threw?
Well,
or
we're
a
going to have to
left
watch the
hand?
whole thing back, aren't we, and find out.
He jumped, didn't he?
I thought it was
That
a
might have
knee,
been what did his nose.
Because the nose is bust open
He
badly
jumped
as
with a knee
well.
and then threw a left. I think.
He's fucking
drenched
caked
him
in
with
blood.
His
yeah.
nose is broke, man. Jesus.
Right, here we go. We're going to get to probably see the whole fight again. So they go up.
He missed.
No, it's a thigh that lands to the
That's
side
not-
of his head. I don't think that did him.
That's
though.
not
It's
a
the
knee.
left, he
Look,
throws
he's
the
the
left.
shoulder. He starts there.
Oh, there's a shoulder.
It's a shoulder that breaks his nose, I think.
Oh,
That's clever.
That is
That is fucking clever.
nice.
Yeah,
that.
Oh, yeah, I think it was a
we thought
shoulder.
We thought he's trying to get his arm out. The guy's knocking him out with his shoulder.
Oh, and then it's on the
wow.
jaw with the high kick, and he follows it up with a knee. Oh, I tell you what,
amazing.
Conor fucking
Masterclass.
Gregor. Oh,
Masterclass.
man.
McGregor broke his nose with the shoulder.
Fucking hell. And then a jumping knee, which didn't really land. Then it was a left hand. Then a left hand. And it's very reminiscent of Chad Mendes, the way he fell down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Herb gave him all the time
Oh
in the
my
world.
God, Herb left it well late. Herb
was
could have stopped
giving him
that
every
15
chance.
seconds beforehand. Fucking hell. Yes, it is over for those in the comments.
Less than a minute.
If you're a bit late,
40
unlucky.
seconds. Shit the bed. Wow.
I wouldn't mind
Wow.
hearing what he does say in this post-fight.
Who he calls out? Cause
It's going to be
let's
Masvidal. It's
Someone's getting called out. You in the fucking dressing gown.
What a desperate attempt.
It's 5 a.m. Fuck you.
Don't go to Ireland and do that.
I'm well impressed
Wow.
with them shoulders.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I've never seen that
good
before.
improvise-
Improvisation.
Wow.
And I've seen it in tight clinches when you're just kind of making the guy
but that was
comfortable.
like a full-on. He threw his shoulder.
Please speak accurately about what happened. Okay. Conor fucked that guy up.
Yeah,
That's there you go. That's pretty accurate.
that's
isn't it?
medical. That's a medical.
that's-
He's
opinion.
Basically, he's
untouched.
He's not even breathing. He's just like
He's like, all right.
bit more excited waiting from a
he's
fucking
broke
Uber.
the guy's nose with his shoulder.
Yeah,
That was
that's
amazing.
Purposely.
And then
with
kicked his
shoulder.
fucking jaw off.
It wasn't an accident.
Oh,
He's
man.
gone bang, bang, bang.
Will he be as humble in the...
Here we go. Let's have a listen to what Joe's saying with him. So he's saying he changed
Oh,
levels
he's
and
back.
came into
Oh, he's back.
it. Yeah, I'm back basically.
He looked
Something
no.
like that. he said.
I'm glad he didn't lose though. We couldn't have him losing. We just couldn't.
What's next?
Woo!
What is next? We'll find out.
Taxi home.
Yes, that's a shout. Dom saying in the comments, well, that was fun. Back to thumbnail, dickhead.
Yeah, Dom, while you're here, can we get a reaction thumbnail, please, from a screenshot of what we just done, and we'll put that out as a clip on its own. Cheers, brother.
Oh, man. Imagine staying up all night. Just
Imagine.
Danny Hughes. Hang on. Right, listen, everybody needs to hear this. Danny Hughes with comment of the night, which we're probably going to have to leave it on. The old man in the pub put up more of a scrap.
it's a tough L, right?
Brilliant.
Is it a third one?
Watch this.
Wow. Oh, no, it's that one, isn't it? It was that one,
Oh,
yeah.
Watch the power in the body as he throws it.
And then
that
bang.
Kick. Oh, that left high kick is beautiful.
Then
and
the knee.
The
I think
knee
he left
didn't.
a toenail in there.
Oh.
The fight IQ that it must take to be able to think of that shoulder. It's just...
It's genius.
13 seconds into a fight, or whatever it was.
What was the final fight time? Did we
to
get?
do it so accurately.
I don't know what the official fight time was. There, someone said 53 seconds. I'm sure it was quicker than that.
That's quicker than that now. 40 seconds.
40 seconds. Wowzers.
Nate Diaz just tweeted, and why
Wowzers.
the fuck you in a robe? Shake my head.
Oh my god.
What?
Nate Diaz, he just tweeted, and why the fuck you in a robe? Shake my head.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're asking the same question.
Here they come.
What's he crying for?
Yeah, he's plugging the proper toils again.
Ah, yeah.
Oh Jesus. No, come on.
Yeah, so he's... all right, he's just promoting his whiskey.
Rogan's like, give me my mic back.
Yeah, Joe's like, give me back.
Got questions to ask.
Right, lads, ladies, gents, thank you guys for joining us. That ended a lot quicker than all of us anticipated right here. But that was fantastic. Conor McGregor may well be back. I thought he was going to run through Cowboy. I think we all agreed he was going to beat him.
Shockingly, we all got a kind of on the head.
I thought he was going to be tested.
Well, me and Illy were saying as well, we think it's going to be a bit closer. We were both horrifically wrong.
I thought he'd weather an early storm and probably do.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Look at that.
Did you say
He's calling him a filth. He's calling him a filth.
Usman's getting some.
Oh, Usman's getting
Usman's
some.
got bigger problems than that tonight. Let me tell you that for free. Usman, you need to change that Twitter password now, son. Get two-factor authentication turned on. It's basics. Anyways, right, this was brought to you by the absolute legends at Betting Pro. Totally free, totally awesome. If you're looking for the top tips in where to bet, from football to F1 to tennis to anything, obviously it's them guys up in the corner, but if you want the info, the link is in the description. It's totally free. Just do me a favour, just go and click the link. It costs you nothing, and have a checkout and see what you sign for yourself. And then they're going to be supporting us going forward. So nice one to you guys for joining us. Nice one to Betting Pro. Nice one to these guys. We'll see you in the next one. Laters.